You should.
All right. Who we here with?
Joaqin Bell.
Joaqin Bell.
Yep.
And how old are you?
18.
Can you give us a little quick history about you and basketball?
So I started playing basketball around like 5, when I was 5 years old at the Y. I wasn't really supposed to play, but I was at the Y one day and they had like a Y League practice, and like I was just little, so I just joined in with them and I wasn't supposed to. And I was actually with Coach Tate. It was on Coach Tate's team, and then I just from there started playing and then played Y League since I was like till you could stop playing, and played AAU and stuff like that. So yeah.
Have you played or considered any other sport? You did play football this senior year, but besides that,
When I was little, yeah, I did play a little bit of football, mostly here and there. Played Little League with Spartans and Stanton's Little League. And then, I mean, I considered playing soccer, but I never really got into soccer like that. Other than that, I just played and I played baseball, actually. I did play baseball a little bit, especially my 8th grade year. I played on JV, and I played a little bit of T-ball growing up and stuff like that. But other than that, I didn't really consider a lot of other sports.
okay. Who has had the most influence on you regarding basketball?
Regarding basketball, I would say my dad, because he played at the D3 level at EMU. And, you know, he coached me throughout AAU and Little League and just taught me the little things that a lot of people know about basketball. So, yeah, I'd probably say my dad.
Okay. Any injuries?
Yeah. My 10th grade summer, I broke my ankle and had to sit, I think, like half the summer in a boot and stuff like that. But other than that, I haven't had really any major injuries that set me back. Other than I rolled my ankle again my junior year, but I just missed like a week or so.
Okay. I remember when we talked about this interview before, and you said how you wanted more questions about your team and how that had more of an impact on you because it's not just you. You want to elaborate on that?
As far as this year, the team we had, a lot of people didn't think we would do what we did, even make it to regionals, because we had a lot of hard heads on the team. But in the locker room, I don't think a lot of guys seen like how they acted and how they wanted to win, especially like all the young cats that was the first year playing varsity. But like other than that, I just think a lot of people don't understand that we were like close, glued together because we've been playing since we were little, and how bad we really wanted to win.
Do you guys have like a pregame routine that y'all do? Any songs, anything like that?
Yeah, we listen to a lot of music in the locker room. I don't think we really have like a pregame song. I mean, we used to listen to a lot like Finito by Chief Keef and stuff like that. But other than that, we all just did our own things as far as like rituals. Like I used to sit in my locker for a couple minutes by myself, But yeah, we didn't really have a lot of big team rituals.
What about your confidence from like freshman year to now? Were you like scared of the varsity team when you weren't on it?
As far as freshman year, playing JV that first year, I knew I would play. I obviously knew I would make one of the teams, regardless if it was JV or varsity. That making JV, made me want to work harder because I wanted to play varsity as a freshman or as a sophomore. But as far as confidence level, yeah, playing JV and because I thought I was going to be having like number 1 and stuff like that, but I had 20 my first year. So that kind of brought my confidence down. But Coach Tate, worked with me a lot and, made me who I am today, like as far as a basketball player. And then as far as junior year, it definitely skyrocketed my confidence. Coach Mickens, Jack, Manny, they all told me like I'm a good basketball player and like just keep playing. And then senior year definitely was my best year.
Do you feel like your losses affect you more than your wins?
Yeah, most definitely. As far as just learning from the losses, because like the beginning of the season we lost to Rocktown, first game of the season, and it was their first game as a basketball team ever. Losing that game, it hurt us a lot as far as like we played in the second round of regionals. If we would have won against Rocktown, we would have played at home in the second round, but we lost. And other than that, yeah, the Rocktown loss was a big lost, but yeah.
What does your practice slash routine look like outside of the game?
So team practices, we just do a lot of like offense and working together, doing stuff. But outside of those, like me by myself doing workouts, I do a lot of like shooting, like form shooting, getting my form right. Free throws are a big thing for me, and then honestly just speed, like working out as far as like lifting weights and like plyometrics, just getting stronger tendons and stronger muscles and all that.
Okay. You played a lot of basketball games. You still get nervous?
This season, as far as the district, I didn't really get a little bit nervous. The only game I say for the district I was nervous a little bit for was the Wilson game, just to see. But I was only nervous just like because as a team, I felt like our heads were a little bit too big, and the game might have got a little bit too big for some of us. But other than that, the only time I've ever been nervous is for playoffs.
Okay. Do you have any like basketball superstitions? As in, because you know people say don't cross the pole, don't walk under a ladder. Is there anything for basketball?
During the beginning of the year, yeah, I had where I didn't like splitting poles and stuff like that. But yeah, other than that, just the splitting the pole was a big one for me a little bit, and then honestly, just not goofing off, like practice how you play, basically, not goofing off in practice and not doing stuff like that.
Okay. All right. You have the option to say anything, or just to say anything that I haven't asked you. Like, is there anything you want to say to close this out?
People call me cocky or whatever, but I just want to say, I'm the best guard in the state with Kyrie. I think we're one of the best duos in the state, honestly. And other than that, not really.
Okay.